Okay, here we are with Jasmine. She is relaxing. She's relaxing in a relaxing way, getting her hair petted.
I don't know.
Or she was a minute ago. Now we've, supposedly we're running an advice column here. Or a column on current events and that sort of thing. And one of our most faithful viewers and listeners, I want to say, but I guess viewers is more accurate, her name's Heather, and she wrote in a question about the recent Costa Concordia affair, accident, and given Jasmine's history with shipwrecks, she wanted to know what Jasmine's take on the whole thing was. So Jasmine, the floor is yours. What are your thoughts on this tragedy in the Mediterranean?
I think this tragedy was entirely preventable.
Yes.
Yes. I particularly don't like the part about the captain falling into the lifeboat.
Really?
And yes.
You're not buying that he just sort of fell into a lifeboat?
I don't think he just tripped and fell, no.
Unbeknownst to him, was evacuated from his own ship. Well,
I mean, he fell into a lifeboat that was still in the davit.
And was unable to extricate himself until it was launched and proceeded to abandon, to leave the scene of
I think that doesn't seem very likely to me.
No, you're not buying that?
No, I also don't like how the crew members were pushing women and children out of the way in order to get to the boat first.
Yeah, now admit it, in all fairness, now you've only read about this in the news, and it's entirely possible that the vast bulk of crew members were not doing that.
Absolutely, the captain's really the person that...
Yeah, but still, on the other hand, if any crew members are doing that sort of thing, that would seem to be in the non-good category.
Yeah, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt in that every crew member has a job according to the station bill, and perhaps maybe they were trying to get to their station to do their duty, and the people were in the way.
That could be. Could be.
The captain should not have tripped and fallen into the lifeboat.
Yes. Somehow, when you're the captain and you're on the beach, while your 3,000 passengers are floundering 150 yards from shore or some such thing, somehow I feel right there you've kind of established your own culpability.
I think so. I really do. And I really think it was odd that he was so excited to get... Shut up. I really think it was odd that he was so excited to get to the lifeboat because, I mean, he was like 10 feet from shore and the boat really wasn't sinking.
Yeah, I mean, if you... Will you... The Peanut Gallery is interrupting our video. Lo siento, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you siento, me siento. We're all siento.
Yeah.
Now, where were we before we were rudely interrupted?
We were talking about how the boat didn't actually sink.
Oh, no.
It's just sitting on the rocks.
It didn't sink. It just sort of rolled over and sat there. I mean, now, admittedly, at the time, you wouldn't know that was what was going to happen.
I think that
But still, I mean, as it turns out, all those people probably could have just sat on the side of the thing and waited for a few days and kind of chilled out. But, at the time, you wouldn't have known that. You would have been in a panic to get off of this thing before it lays all the way over.
That's true.
Now, what do you feel will be the eventual disposition of the wreck? I mean, from the videos and the photos you've seen, do you feel that there's any salvage value in that hull?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah? Yeah.
I wish I could get into that.
No.
I think there's a lot of potential there.
Well, I mean, there's a potential, the salvors themselves are going to make a fortune for doing the work. But, I mean, will the hull be returned to service, or is it due to get cut up at this point?
I really don't know.
That hull
much
looks like it's been through the ringer.
It does. I bet it'll just be salvaged.
Scrapped?
I mean, scrapped. It's not. Yeah. They won't fix it up.
I'm not sure. Not knowing.
Done.
I think it was a relatively new hull.
And who would want to go on Oh,
well,
this is a boat that was once on the rocks. People who don't know anything about boats or fixing them are going to be like, "Oh my god!"
Well, that's the thing is there. It would have to be sold
New
to a different
name.
company with a different name and a different part of the world where different language, and hopefully the story doesn't follow it, or either that or it could be returned to service not as a cruise boat. It's possible you could turn it into something else, although. Given the way those are built structurally, it probably doesn't lend itself to anything else.
Yeah, especially since it's in warm water.
Yeah.
All that jazz. Well, Heather, I hope this answered your question about the Costa Concordia.
Yes, we'll have to hope this is what she was looking for, and of course if she has a follow-up question, she's free to send that in or add it to the comments here on the video itself on the YouTube website, which is on the tubes, the internet tubes.
I would also like to encourage our other listeners to try to send in some questions that are not so, what's the word I'm looking for?
Dirty.
Dirty. A little bit of dirty is fine, but we're getting some outlandish questions here.
Questions that would make a lumberjack blush.
Yeah.
They're really
those will be replied to in email, but
really quite obscene.
Yeah, it's not YouTube appropriate.
Not the kind of thing a young lady like Jasmine feels comfortable addressing.
Yeah.
Certainly not in a public forum of any kind.
Yeah.
There are young ladies who make a living doing that, but Jasmine, fortunately, is not one of them.
It ain't me, babe.
That's right. Okay, well, I think this probably is a wrap for this video. Jasmine, do you have any final words or goodbye messages?
My final words are, while it's easy to make fun of the captain on the Concordia, as with all maritime casualties, it's hard to really know what goes on.
Well, that pretty well sums it up. So have a good day, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out, Brussels sprout.
Brussels sprout.